Hi lovelies, I'm Allie Nicole with Life Chapters, and I just wanted to just put out this disclaimer before I start this video. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not, saying to anyone, this is how you should do it. These are just solely my opinion on, things dealing with our health, things dealing with the mental state of mind, and things that have worked for me in my personal life. That I felt were helpful tips on how to help others. Alright, so anyways, just wanted to just put that out there. Last week we talked about how we are getting into the mindset of creating a healthy body image. And this week I wanted to talk a little bit more in depth about having a better sense of inner health within our bodies, because I feel like, our mental health and our inner health, those are all things that that are connected. And so essentially, if we don't have one, then we don't have the other, and so on and so forth. So going back to this, so the mental state of mind, whether you do yoga, whether you meditate, whether you are going to therapy, and also therapy, I feel like people have this negative connotation with therapy because people feel like there has to be something wrong with you, to go to therapy, which a lot of times that's not the case. Well, maybe it is the case, but if it's not, then that doesn't mean that doesn't make you a bad person or that there's something seriously wrong with you. People go to therapy for different reasons. Sometimes it's just to talk to somebody, or sometimes you just need to just rationalize, your decision making, and yeah, you're just going just to be heard. I feel like every human has the right to be heard, and sometimes with our friendships and with our family members, people aren't necessarily being heard. They're speaking, but you're not hearing me. You know what I mean? And so, so with that being said, when you go to therapy, it's just kind of like a platform for somebody who's neutral, who does not know you. They only know the things that you tell them. The only thing about it is that they might have a little bit of knowledge about your previous health, but that's about it. So yeah, go to therapy if you feel like that might help you. As far as getting your mental state of mind put together. And then also about money or whatever, because people just well, my insurance doesn't cover it, and so on and so forth. There are different resources that you can turn to get into therapy to talk about some of the things that's going on with you. All right. So anyway, the reason why I wanted to just put that out there is because our mental state of mind, it creates a sense of mental freedom. And with mental freedom, it prepares us for who we want to be in our future. And so when we are free in the mind, there are some things that come with that. We have a sense of creating our own story. And in some of my previous videos, I've talked in depth about creating your own story, because we are our own people. Nobody can fill in my chapters to my life. The story can go any way that I wish them to be. Now, are there some barriers? Yes, there are. But essentially, this is my own story, and I'm writing and filling in the pages of my own book. So the next thing is having a positive sense of identity, not being like anyone else, being a unique character, and having a clear view of who we are as of right now, being in a state of being versus who we wish to be in our future. So this whole sense of being in a sense of being, which is you're living in the present moment without judgment. And that was so powerful to me because of the fact that when you're not trying to think of yourself, of who you wish you could be or who you want to be in the future, that really gives you time to explore who you are right now and appreciate who you are in this body, in this space, in this mindset, and appreciate every little bit of yourself. And the reason why that's so important is because I feel like a lot of us lose a sense of ourselves just because of that we're so focused on being like somebody else, or focused on who we wish we could have been, or focusing on our flaws and on our mistakes. And that's not what that's about. It's about living in the moment and just being who we are and having a sense of self-acceptance. All right. So that is my number one. So I feel like that I spent a lot of time on that because it's just very, very important to me to just have a very, very strong sense of mental health and knowing where you are, just being in tune and being aware of your body and how your body functions when you're under stress and so on and so forth. All right, my number 2 is making sure that we are keeping up with our appointments, like making sure that we are going to like the doctor, making sure that we're going to the dentist. Like, you know, if you don't have insurance, like, you know, like I know that that's like a video that I'm gonna like make in like, you know, the near future, just about that. You know, like it's really important that you have something, some sense of something, and really like making a point and having like a savings to get that stuff done. You know, whether you have like a copay or not. And the reason why is because, like, you know, like the doctor, like there's some stuff, like we might feel like we're healthy, but like sometimes like there's some stuff that like the doctor has some insight on that we might not know just because we're not keeping up with going to the doctor, going to the dentist. And you might brush your teeth every day, you might floss every day, but the thing is, like, you need to go to the dentist because they do like other exams to like make sure that you are intact and that everything is healthy within your body. And also there is a connection between our mental health and also what our bodies do. So if your mental health is not going so good, you know, sometimes like your inner health of the body, it starts to go crazy just because of the fact that you're not balanced. And so basically, like, just making sure that you're keeping up with your like appointments and going to like different specialists, just dealing with different things that you have like a concern about that can really, really impact you in like the long run. So that's my number 2. And lastly, I want to talk about just a personal regimen, like to make sure that you are, so just going back to like the whole like mental health thing, and that's why like I'm putting like a whole bunch of stress on it, is because with your mental health, a lot of times, like, you know, you might start to act crazy sometimes. You just like, oh my god, like, why did I do that? Like, and it's because like sometimes like you're like not balanced. Like sometimes like, and once again, going to the doctor, they can test your levels to make sure that everything is in balance. Like you don't know why you're acting like this. Sometimes like you're acting irrational, and then going back to the whole therapy thing, like you like rationalize it out loud to someone who's not going to judge you for it. And basically, like, you know, once you do all those things, like sometimes it might be just as simple as like you're not balanced in the area of taking vitamins. Vitamins are so important. Like the body, like it relies on nutrients and on vitamins, and that's why like what you put in your body, like the health, like the food and all of that, like your drinks and all of that, like it's so essential because of the fact that we rely on it. So I would say just making sure that you are keeping up with taking your vitamins, and making sure that you are being balanced and going to the doctor, and making sure that you are balanced by making sure that you are getting in tune with your mental health, because all those things are essential in making us well-rounded and making us focus on our inner health. Alright, so those are my tips, my 3 tips for today, for this week. Please comment at the bottom if you have anything else for me. I'm going to put some links down at the bottom as well. And basically, if you like this video, please like it. And also subscribe to my channel for some more videos. Alright? Anyways, that's it for me today. And thank you so much for watching my video. I really do appreciate you guys. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. I'm Allie Nicole with Life Chapters, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, lovelies.